Previously on Trails for Daybreak, the party rescued a tourist from the scorpions of the hot by pointing out that killing her would eventually lead to a rules violation. In the next round of the carnival, Beauregard convinced the Grelsver and Iscariot to put aside their differences temporarily. The party then defeated Yin and Sao, with Judith and Yin hugging afterwards. At the boss room, Alexander nearly killed Aaron in order to goad the party into giving him a warrior's death, but Shizuna and Kurogane knocked him out with a shadow binding technique. Thank you all so much. I feel like my efforts and those of everyone who helped me along the way are finally being rewarded. But the best thing to come out of this was learning that Amelie had a ton of respect for me all along. And if I want to keep it, I need to push myself even harder. You're on, Amelie. Well, my deal went smoothly enough, but despite my tidy profit, I can't bring myself to celebrate. What happened to Cray truly pains my heart. I'm also worried about Oracion. I can tell something is going on behind the scenes. What the? Oh crap, does he know? Still, I'm only a traveler, and my instincts are telling me to steer clear of whatever is going on. I have a sixth sense for danger, honed from journeying through the most treacherous of places, and it's telling me to stay put. Whew, well dodged. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders, so I don't think we have anything to worry about. I've traveled to lands with violent gang wars and territories with strict local taboos. Trust me when I say it's usually best to leave the darkest paths untrod, as it were. Tomorrow morning, I'll speak with the locals. That's how I usually judge a danger. I do enjoy a light brush of peril from time to time. Don't mistake me. The trick is knowing where to draw the line. It doesn't hurt to eat out on occasion. The prices here are fairly reasonable, all things considered. After a long day of school and work, it's hard for me to work up the motivation to cook for myself. The food here is seasonally healthy too. I'll take it over junk food any day of the week. Oh yeah, I think the waitress here is also working part-time to pay for her school tuition. Must be hard for a Central Eastern girl to live in the city. She probably has it much worse than me. I know what it's like to come all the way out here without a mirror to your name. I wish her the best. There's something strange going on in the city. I'm getting goosebumps, but I can't quite place why. Regardless, it doesn't change what I have to do. I must serve our guests to the best of my ability. I'll just put aside my fears and focus on doing my job. I paid a visit to the Grand Cathedral after the Memorial Mass. It was simply divine. The guidebook certainly didn't do it justice, but I don't think you can convey its elegance with mere words or pictures. Sadly, while that experience sent me to Cloud 9, the prices in the local department store brought me crashing down to reality. If only I had more money, I could have gotten more out of this visit had I not been drowning in financial woes. We've received reports of activity from Jaegers and bracers all around the city. What's going on, and what on earth are the bracers up to? I can't disobey orders from above, but that won't stop me from wondering why the top brass is playing dumb. Something is afoot. The Orbital Tram's late night rides exist because, at one point in time, nobles used them to return home from high society gatherings. Most of them use limousines now, but the Orbital Tram was dearly appreciated in the early days of the Orbital Revolution. During that time, our company replaced its carriages with its first line of trams. They were quite forward-thinking in those days. They realized that with the normalization of automated vehicles, people desired a means of transit that was reflective of the times. Times sure are changing. My grandkid is living in a wholly different world from the one I grew up in. When we started out as a railway engineer, we had steam engines, but in the blink of an eye, the age of orbital trains came upon us. The waves of the orbital revolution washed right over me back then, and now I'm feeling them all over again. Officer Katarina says she had personal business to attend to. Guess this will be a solo patrol night. I've gathered that she's concerned about one of her friends, Officer Krema. I don't know the details since I won't go poking into a woman's private life. She applied for her time off properly, so leave her to her business. Oh, it's you. We owe you for yesterday. Seeing my daughter make strides on the battlefield filled me with pride. Abi. 2 Jaeger commanders out shopping together. Did Gehenna freeze over or something? Or are you guys just prepping for the battles ahead? The latter. Well, with Farida's help and yours as well, we were able to attain victory. But there are still fearsome foes ahead, Marduk being one of them. Should we be unlucky, I may have to face my own son. I really hope it doesn't come to that. Well, if it does, don't worry, my blade will not yield to my heart. I would relish the opportunity to witness his strength for myself. We may have been eliminated, but we still must remain vigilant. Based on what happened to Ida, we know Almada will attack when we least expect it. You and Farida have done well so far. The greatest of soldiers revel in overcoming insurmountable odds to achieve honor and glory. If you aren't careful, however, someone else may steal the killing blow and claim victory for themselves. If you do not wish for that to happen, then win. We must ensure Almada pays dearly for their actions, no matter the cost. We may have our differences with the warriors of Kruga and Ikaruga, but that is one point we can all agree on. I wish you all and your team good luck. It has been a blessing to see how much Farida has grown over these last few months. Unfortunately, we do not have time to celebrate. We must first vanquish our enemies. I will not let Almada steal my daughter's future. A familiar face dropped by a short while ago. It was a girl who used to live in the neighborhood. She was traveling around apparently, but she just got back home, wanted me to fix up her camera, like old times. It's more rewarding to do business with a customer who's happy with my work as opposed to those blue-blooded types. Makes my perfectionist tendencies kick in. I'm gonna make her camera look good as new. Elaine's not coming back tonight, is she? Figured that'd be a long shot. She wouldn't have left if she didn't have a good reason. Agreed, though as for what compelled her to leave, she wouldn't say. Well, shoot, if only we knew a friend from her childhood who she'd open up to, wouldn't that be convenient? He's as subtle as a brick to the face. Guess I'll go digging through my memories. I bet I can figure out where she's loitering around. We're still on the lookout for Elaine. But finding her can't be our top priority in this situation, as much as I hate to admit it. It's just hard for me to believe she'd run off by herself now of all times. With everything that's been going on, I wasn't expecting Gray Arnold to go off on his own. Gray, you mean that junior bracer? I didn't realize he was dispatched to Oracion. Funny, Lahad said the same thing earlier. Turns out he wasn't clear to come here. He left Edith and came up to Oracion without approval. Ooh, someone's in trouble. Yes, he explicitly violated the guild's code and put us all in danger. If his actions were against the game's rules, we'd be dead now. Oh yeah, that would have been problematic. He must have had some reason for doing it, though. Anyway, we can't exactly send him back to Edith, so we decided to put him to work. He's only a junior bracer, though, so he'll be on standby in case we need reinforcements. So you're just gonna use him however you want. It makes you can say all that with a straight face. Of course, it's just an efficient allocation of resources. I assume this sort of thing would be something people could respect. You ain't wrong. First Elaine disappeared, now Gray's gone off on his own. This irresponsible behavior is out of character for both of them. Regardless, our priority here is dealing with the crisis in front of us. Best of luck out there, spriggan. Care to explain yourself, Gray Arnold? You abandoned your post in Edith and snuck into a mission that's way too dangerous for a junior bracer like you. Though I suppose you're more skilled than the average rookie, you're able to stay hidden for all of yesterday after all. Look, I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't be here. But Oh, give me a break. Do you learn nothing from what happened last week? Alright, you're talking about the stunt he pulled back in Longley, right? Yep, he dodged all our questions about what he was doing back then, and he's up to the same old tricks now. Though getting him reined in was a simple task, thanks to my handyman friend here. For record, I didn't take that request just to make life easier for you. Alright, thanks again for your help back then. I will repay you for... Hey, don't get us off subject. It's time to tell us what's going on. No, it's not that. It's just, when I heard the kind of trouble Almada was causing, I knew I had to do something. Oh yeah, so whatever's eating away at you is related to Almada. When the time comes, when it's all finally over, I'll tell you everything. After that, I'll accept whatever punishment comes my way. Ugh, you're one stubborn kid, you know that? Fine, if this is that important to you, we'll lay off. I'll be perfectly clear with you, though. Right now, you're still just a greenhorn, and you're also restricted by rules of the game. You'll be with the service team until we get out of this hellish situation. Are we clear? Yes, sir. Thank you so much. This kid's obviously got some beef with Almada. Now that I think about it, Drusilla back in Longley seemed to have realized something was up with him. Well, I can't worry about this right now. I know I broke the code, and I understand that I'm just a junior bracer. But after everything Almada did, and with them sowing fear across the Republic, I had to do something. I couldn't just stay behind. Did they kill his sister? Oh, sorry, as you can see, I'm a little busy at the moment. I thought I sent someone lurking around earlier. Turns out it was Gray all along. I didn't realize he was struggling this much. Well, he's here now, so he might as well make himself useful to us. This rookie acts like a polite little boy one second, then he goes absolutely feral the next. This is a literal nightmare. Well, we're stuck with him now. No way around that. At least he's capable, which means he can handle a second round of work. Why in the world would that Gray kid sneak into this op? He's even more defiant than Aaron, and that's a high bar. True, but you set the bar even higher than me. I mean, you're an amazing martial artist, but you're stuck at C rank because you can't stick to the mission. How do you... Grr, you've become even more of a smug little brat since the dojo days. However, the guild's out of the game, so we'll continue doing what we can from the surface. Ewan lost his life because of this whole thing, so we can't back down now. So, we'll all need a good night's rest, so we're gonna hit this sack before long. There's a lot we have to worry about, Elaine and Gray included, but we just gotta put those issues to the side and get some shut-eye. So Ewan fought to the bitter end. That sounds just like him. He was your senior by half a year, right? I know you two had a friendly rivalry going on. Yes, honestly, I was pretty frustrated that he reached B rank before I did. We may not be able to participate in the game anymore, but we can't let his efforts go to waste. I feel the same. Sadly, I don't think there's much I can do in my current state. Oh right, I almost forgot to ask. Is it true that Elaine's gone missing? Yes, no one's seen her since this morning. I know that Elaine can take care of herself, but I can't stop myself from worrying about her. I wish I could help her, but both she and I grew up here in Oracion, so maybe she would have opened up to me had I not been stuck in bed. He went and fought Almada to the last and managed to protect his friend all the while. We'll hold a proper funeral for him at some point, but for now, all I can do is pray he finds peace in what he accomplished. I'm worried about where Elaine's gone most of all. I've got to keep it together. I owe Ewan my life. I'd like to pay him back by putting an end to this. I'm worried about Elaine too. If only I could lend her an ear. Will you like a late night dessert? I hear they go quite well with wine. Many of my customers stop by well in the evening to buy my sweets. They say that taste complements the city's atmosphere well. I'm not sure what that means, but you won't hear me complaining.
Remember your time here.
I made a killing today. Edith folks sure are well off, aren't they? To be honest, I feel a little guilty making money off tourists during these dark times. Be that as it may, old-fashioned Calvardian handicrafts are a hot commodity right now. People all around the country care for the cultural heritage of their homeland. I stopped by the market this evening. Bernice is such a generous woman. She was in a good mood today because the merchant she had a good relationship with stopped by. I got some very good deals from her. If you've lived in this city for as long as I have, you'll come to appreciate the few folks who lend a hand to the lower class. These two traveled all the way to Oracion and they have no interest in the opera house. Why? You can only experience it here. Movies are all over the country. There's no need to waste precious vacation time seeing one. Although, I'm more bothered by the fact that they're having that conversation here of all places. I'm on the verge of tears. Okay, the palace and the market were cool and all. My mind was blown when I saw the theater. I can't believe there's one in this old city. There's a few films there that were on my to-watch list. You watch for catching a movie tonight? Sure, sounds fun. Then we can go to the Grand Cathedral after that. Oracion is known for being old. Beautiful, minute, but old. I wasn't expecting to see a movie theater here. The city's becoming a fun place. I mostly just want to see the Grand Cathedral since I love immersing myself in culture and history. But I wouldn't mind watching a movie with Sutton. Now then, it's about time I head to tonight's social club. I cannot afford to be late. We do not hold these events just to pass the time, but I'm sure that's a difficult concept to grasp for lower class people such as yourselves. President Daltie of ETWS and President Auclair of the Quincy Company often go to them, but neither will be present tonight here. Still, it's imperative for those in high society to attend so they can forge new relationships with other distinguished families. Both Mr. Auclair and Mr. Daltie were well known even before the end of the nobility, and they are still mainstays of high society. Oracion prospered after the revolution in large part because prominent families banded together and were united as one. That's why attending these social gatherings is imperative. If you think we are merely partying the night away, then you are thoroughly mistaken. I am so disappointed in you, Manuel. So very disappointed. You had no right to treat him like that. Your behavior was unbecoming of someone of your standing. I shall have my father call off our marriage. What? But why? That disgusting little vermin got near you, so I had to. He only asked if you wanted your shoes shined. All you had to do was politely decline his offer. But you bullied him instead. If you were trying to impress me by acting tough, you failed miserably. No, this is all a misunderstanding. I cannot believe she's taking the side of some filthy, dirt-poor brat. I was planning to frame him for theft so I could impress Charlene with my sharp-witted intellect. Where did I go wrong? Manuel showed his true colors. He's not a gentleman at all, much less the prince of my dreams. I think it would be best if Father called off our marriage. That kid turned to a light novel aristocrat villain. Many places in Oracion offer dishes that are similar to what was once served to old Oracion royalty. A chef's skills and the method of cooking are both important, but ingredients also have a tremendous effect on the quality of a dish. First-class restaurants often order supplies from Belfort, and that should speak to the quality of our products.
In our store, you'll find products of only the highest quality that uphold Calvard.
So I hope she's doing alright. Oh, my apologies, I was a bit lost in thought. I heard rumors that House Auclair's estranged daughter had returned to Oracion. I've known her since she was a little girl. I think it's about time for me and the boys to do our routine repair work on Bashar Palace's exterior. It's an important piece of Oracion history, so the artisans in the city do upkeep on it on a regular basis. Isn't it dangerous to go near it right now? Bashar Palace was destroyed during the revolution, but we all believe it needs to be preserved for future generations. I've helped repair its walls many times.
Find products.
Is it true that President Auclair's star has returned to Oracion? I know she was estranged from her father. How unexpected. The materials that go into clothing designs are crucial to their appeal. High quality lightweight fabrics are soft to touch and sit comfortably on your skin. Eastern silk and Central Eastern goat wool may be rare, but they're worth seeking out. I hope more people will come to understand the importance of material quality in time. Some people from one of the anti-immigrant factions have been stirring up trouble again. When will they ever learn their lesson? Why must they do a demonstration now of all times? If I could get a warrant, I'd happily put those bastards in cuffs, but unfortunately they're being protected by some friends in high places. I can never quite level with the wealthy clientele here. Their priorities and sensibilities are just so different from mine. I'm worried their pride will eventually lead to a collapse not unlike the one the old kingdom saw. You know the old saying, pride comes before a fall. Well, I don't think the upper class people here do. I'll admit, I am a little concerned about the money that's flowing in and out of the bank for no clear purpose. Armada money? I cannot help but be concerned that the wealthy are resting on their seemingly stable laurels. The unknowns in the current flow of Mira could result in trust issues down the line. I don't think I can entrust this task to the police or the guild. I have no choice but to reach out to those fixers. I must ensure his safety at any cost. Huh, did he say something about fixers? Yeah, that's probably us. This hotel was once a reception hall. It was built at the behest of the royal family of the Old Kingdom. After a revolution, it was turned into a hotel. But even now, we sometimes serve royal families and nobles from other nations. And it's times like those in which we are able to make use of the traditions we inherited from the days when this was a reception hall. Guests from the Kowloon group are staying here. Do you have business with them? It's quite uncommon for such a large group from Kowloon to be staying here. I wonder if something's going on. Well, I suppose it's not hard to imagine they have a lot to deal with, given the perilous nature of things as of late. It's an honor that we're able to provide a place for them to do business. I cannot say I'm too pleased with our current state of affairs. People have grown too accustomed to a society where nobles are not in power. Perhaps we really should consider allying with the more conservative nobles in the Empire. If noble power were to be restored internationally, then we may be able to bring Calvard back to its former glory. But where we can make that a reality largely falls to them. Fortunately for us, Mayor Audran is sympathetic to our cause. I have met him at many social events and the like, and I can attest to his respect for the old ways of the nobility. We have to ensure he stays in office. I got bullied again just a second ago. I've gotten kinda used to it though, so it doesn't bother me a ton. A lot of rich kids around here hate my guts, but I can get by since I've got one really good friend, and that's John over at the orphanage. Well, I guess I better pick myself back up and get back to work. Many people were in attendance for this afternoon's memorial mass. We all have a desire to mourn the lives that were lost. I know the people in the capital want to do the same, but our grand cathedral hasn't held their services yet. They're moving quite slowly. As I understand it, the delay is being caused by political motives. It's not right. Churches should not be held back by needless red tape, especially in times like this, where people just want to mourn the dead. We're housing a few people that were dispatched from the holy city of Ashteria. However, I haven't seen them much. They mainly converse with the bishop. You don't have to worry about them. They certainly won't stop you from coming in and praying.
Well...
Oh, Master Burgard. So, you're with them now, huh? Indeed, I am aiding the Spriggan and his friends with their work. If you guys are getting our master wrapped up in your criminal bullshit, I'll pummel your asses into the ground. Hey, we ain't criminals. We're just handymen who help those in need. And our door's open to you both, too, assuming you got cash to burn. Actually, I think I'd give you a sweet discount since you're fellow students of Master. Fellow students, sorry, but there's no way in hell we'll accept you as one of Master's pupils. Not now, not ever. You needn't be so harsh on him, nor should you worry about me. I've been rather enjoying myself, as a matter of fact. My time with them has served as a sobering reminder that there is still much I have yet to see and do in the world. Oh, by the way, where are Iscariot's people? I don't sense them anywhere. They are probably lying low as we speak. Damn cowards, I was looking forward to laughing in their stupid faces for getting booted from the game. We learned that they were beaten and that there were two groups of them at the same time. It was a shocking 1-2 punch. Probably tried a pincer attack on some team and got their asses handed to them anyway. What a bunch of freaking losers. Not to defend them, but our battle may have contributed to their loss. I imagine they were worn out. If you go up against a team like Marduk with anything less than full strength, defeat is an inevitability. So you believe they faced Marduk as well? They fought Kasim then. Those guys sound like they're off their rocker. I'd love to throw down on them someday. Of course, we are not here to pick fights with unassailable opponents. We have another objective. Oh, that's right. You're looking for something, aren't you? As our master has no doubt informed you, the primary task of the Growlswearer is recovering and sealing away artifacts. We assign top priority for cases like this, where they are being egregiously abused. It would be awesome if we could bring down Almada at the same time, but that's not our main goal here. That doesn't hold true for Iscariot, however. The directive is to defeat Araris' slaying of heretics. The sword that Mafia boss had in the video is an artifact, correct? I certainly believe so. All evidence available to us points to that fact. If I'm not mistaken, Melchior's dagger and bombs, Olympia's angel, and Ariok's armor and halberd are artifacts as well, yes? Think so, yeah. Won't be easy to beat them with those things at their disposal. Look, I thought artifacts were supposed to be rare. Feels like everyone and their mother's got one now. Not wrong there. One artifact's usually bad enough, so the thought of dealing with upwards of 4 is giving me a splitting headache. Ordinarily, I would urge you to stay away from those miscreants, even if you emerge the victor. However, we do not have the luxury of choice right now. I don't think we gotta worry. Our master is with them, so they're in good hands. I'm not sure if I can compete against them without my stigma, but I will do all I can. However, regardless of how this game pans out, we will need your help in recovering and sealing away the artifacts at the end. I will be depending on you when that time comes. Of course, Master. We won't let you down. He really is loved, ain't he? Leon and I will retrieve those artifacts if it's the last thing we do. We'll make you proud, Master. By the way, I'm still not huge on you teaming up with these guys, especially your unofficial disciple. Speaking of, you better not disappoint Master in any way, or your ass is mine. You not have the power to fight back against artifacts, so I suggest you be careful. You're lucky you have Master with you. He may have lost his stigma, but he has years of experience in dealing with artifacts. He will no doubt be a great help to you all, though I do wish he was accompanying us instead. Well, Oracion has a treasured history. It's true that there has been a lot of oppression towards minorities and the less fortunate over the years. Since I started serving at the Grand Cathedral, I've seen many of those people's plights. It's hard to witness. That's why I would like to open up a facility where we can offer aid to those who are struggling. I've been discussing the idea with the Archbishop every day now. I have hopes it'll come to pass someday. So Officer Kramer is supposed to be on duty right now. She said she had urgent business to attend to and went up somewhere. I haven't heard from her since then. I sure hope she's okay. The cathedral looks especially beautiful against the backdrop of the starry sky. If you want to visit it, you'll have to go to the East District. That's where all the wealthy people live. They built their mansions around the cathedral. It's not uncommon for cities to be constructed around churches. Your parents are as strict as ever, but I'm glad to hear you're into movies now. Sucks to hear they're shaming you for watching them, but I doubt they'll stop you at least. Yes, but I imagine they'll continue to make a fuss of it. They may even force me to go to the opera house with them to compensate. They've always been adamant about giving me a proper cultural education. Overbearing parents are the worst, aren't they? Why not get away from them for a while? Maybe you could go on a trip or try moving out. Traveling alone can be scary at first, but you'll also get to discover so many things about the world and yourself. But most importantly, doing that will show them you're independent, and I bet they'll start laying off a little afterwards. Oh, you know, that just might be work. It'd also be nice to add traveling to my growing list of new hobbies. The problem is, I probably need an excuse to travel and live out on my own. Perhaps I could say I'm doing a homestay program while staying abroad. Living on my own and going on trips has helped me expand my horizons, and it's helped me discover so many new hobbies. And now that I'm back home, I'm viewing it with a whole different lens. It's fascinating, really. If I can prove that I can go on trips by myself or live on my own, perhaps my parents will loosen their grip on me. It's worth a try at the very least. I'll only be able to break the status quo if I take action. Curses, how could I have been so blind? I've been staring at the palace all day, but I never took notice of the miasma that's flowing out of it. Ooh, yes, inspiration has struck at last. My hand's moving on its own. Fare thee well, foul slump. My inner artist has finally emerged. Haha. Miasma. You hungry? How about trying one of my dinner dishes? My customers always love them. The few I get, at least. I know there's a ton of hungry tourists out there, but this place just isn't well known. Anywho, why don't you grab a bite to eat? And if possible, I'd be pleased as punch if you spread the word. I learned in art school that getting people to recognize creative work is hard as heck, but I'm gonna keep at it. Thanks to the people in this market, I'm not in the red, so I'm going to work hard until I can ride a wave of momentum. So what are your impressions of this old city? Well, after interviewing several of the locals, I can definitely tell something's off. They may be citizens of the Republic like me, but they still seem so different from us. And it feels like they're hiding something they feel they can't ever talk about. Your feeling is right on the mark. Oracion's upper-class citizens have been, and still are, defined by their lust for power. They're far removed from your average Calvardian. There are many things boiling under the surface, but good luck getting them to open up about it. Are you doing something similar to Noble Alliance and the Civil War? A place where people ignore the problems that are staring them in the face makes for a perfect home base for Armada. It even lets them create connections with racial terrorists directly. It might be dangerous for people like me to be here, but there has to be some way for me to help. I want to believe there's meaning in me being here. It's like you read my mind. I was just about to tell you about it's dangerous for you to be out and about. But I know your type, so I know there's little point in trying to stop you. I'll even help you out during my break tomorrow. That'll be my way of showing my appreciation for that man. I suppose I have no choice but to help her now. Though she does have plenty of people to lean on. I noticed she even enlisted the aid of a Royal Guardian reporter. It'll be interesting to observe how she inherits that man's will. As I say, the pen is mightier than the sword. The local journalists and I can fight using the power of words. We can do this. Okay, so you need 1 extra barrel of potatoes in the next month's delivery. Any other changes, or is there something I can help you with? Business discussions hit a stopping point, so I'm free for the night. No, you've done more than enough for me already. Honestly, I'm impressed you do business with such large companies, and yet you go out of your way for my little stall on top of that. We all have to look out for one another. Things seem rough around here, so I want to chip in where I can. I know you lost one of your suppliers in that terrorist attack. Yes, I knew those villagers well. It's just so tragic. So many people lost their lives. I know, but we just have to keep at it. People are depending on us to get them their goods. You're absolutely right. We need to keep doing what we always do so everyone can eat their fill. There are people here that depend on this market. I don't know what will happen to the Republic going forward, but we have to continue offering Ored's crops at the current price. Emma's a real lifesaver. Thanks to her, we can keep selling our vegetables like we always have. By the way, I noticed Timo's in high spirits tonight, as like usual. The locals are all acutely aware of her little idiosyncrasy. At some point, I'd like to drop by the orphanage and teach the kids how to make accessories. They've been selling better than I anticipated, so I've gained a bit of confidence now. Maybe I can help those kids find a path through life. There's leftover fish again? I can't believe this. What the hell's the matter with you? Why would you let fresh fish go to waste? You better buy these up, Sonny, or I'm gonna lose it. What's up with this lady? She wasn't like this earlier today. Oh, old lady Timo's raising a stink again, even though she sold a lot of fish today. I bet the tourists are struck dumb. They were pretty useless by now. I swear, young folks these days waste so much food. I refuse to let my fish go unsold, damn it. Will you happen to know Pershing from the exchange shop? He's been helping me out with exploring antiques for a while now. You guys should definitely make use of his services if you haven't already. Pershing made an odd request of me today. He asked me to guide someone through the 3 cities. I said I could take him when I'm heading home. Apparently he's a scrap dealer, and an interesting one at that. Kramer, where are you? No, now isn't the time to panic. I need to contact those fixers. Does she mean us? Good question. Maybe we ought to check the bulletin board here. It can't hurt to take a look. Oh, hello, Van. I'm happy to see you again. And I know we only just saw each other earlier today, but it feels like so much time has passed since then. Is there something I can help you with? No, just checking in. I'm glad all looks well. My, you've grown into such a considerate young man. Anyway, yes, both the children and I have been doing just fine as of late. Thanks to those donations, the kids have been able to enjoy their lives comfortably. That's good to hear. Van looks like he's okay, but deep down I think he's only just barely keeping it together. I have to find a way to get these people to safety, like a fixer would. The kids can't sleep since they're so excited. They aren't used to surprise visitors. I'm sure they'd love it if you talk to them. I wonder if she knows it's Van donating to the orphanage. Sounds like she does. I'm not sleepy at all, but if I don't get some rest, delivering all those papers tomorrow is going to be a pain in the rear. I think I'll just play some card games or something until I'm feeling tired. Man, I sure am lucky. Got a job, got some good friends, and a nice warm bed. I've kind of got it made, huh? Maybe I could make myself useful at night. My buddy Pino does some shoe shining around this time. Oh, I don't want to sleep. Oh, you came back. Hey, let's play. Stop playing around, Todd. It's not safe and Rinka's trying to sleep. Come on over to the bed and we can play some cards or something. Who decided that we have to sleep when it's nighttime? That rule stinks. There's lots of times when I want to play at night. Oh hi, are you here to talk with Miss Flona? Don't mind me, I'm just reading my book. I enjoy reading recipe books so I can help Miss Flona with cooking. It'd be nice if Jean took a page out of my book and helped her with chores, but I guess he has his hands full of Todd in his job. Tan and John are wide awake, but Rinka's dead tired. Guess it's time to put the book away and get those two knuckleheads to settle down. Otherwise, Rinka won't get a wink of sleep. Oh, you came back like you promised. I was gonna sleep, but do you want to talk? I have nice dreams when I sleep with everyone else, so I like sleeping. When I first came here, I had a lot of sad dreams, so sleeping was scary. Woof woof. Are you okay, buddy? Why are you barking so much? Do you want to go home or something? Easy, boy, easy. I finished reading Buzzware and the Royal Guardian, so my little buddy and I are going on a quick walk before heading home. The reports of the incident varied wildly from paper to paper. The Royal Guardian focused on the effects it would have on Oracion, while only lightly touching on the tragedy itself. Buzzware zeroed in on the issues with the statements provided by other mass media companies and major politicians. Though I could tell each and every one of the reporters were utterly baffled by the incident itself. Nonetheless, in just a few short days, they've been churning out story after story about it. Reporters sure have thick skin. If Oracion enters a depression, my husband could very well lose his job. People are anxious about the economy, and I can hardly blame them. However, taking it out on immigrants is both unfair and wrong. It's not as though conditions would improve if they were all gone. Sometimes it's easy to forget that Calvard is based on France and not the United States of America. I wasn't feeling so hot, so I thought I'd drop by the bar and drink away my sorrows. But when I tried to go in, I felt a cold chill. My body was screaming, "Danger, don't go in there!" I think I'm going to heed its advice and return to my room. The city's got people of all types, and when I mean all types, I mean all types. Nothing really phases me anymore. Not even Ouroboros. I don't mind drinking alone on occasion. It gives me a chance to think. And my mind sometimes wanders to that detestable man and the things he does. His plans in particular can only be described as deranged. But they do keep things interesting, so I can't complain. Our establishment sometimes attracts a fair number of, let's say, unconventional patrons. Though I suppose that comes with the territory. I've more than gotten used to it. We accept anyone who needs a place to rest. That's the owner's mantra. Ungern will be delivering export to the Free City, so that's a huge weight off my shoulders. Relics from the Old Kingdom are in high demand outside Calvard. Telling them there is always worth the trouble. I asked them to bring Phil and Cobb along for a trip. Hopefully I'll be hearing good news come next month. Oh hey you guys. It's good to see you again, Judith. What the hell are you two doing together? They're catching up, of course. They fought side by side together back in Crossbell. You've sure met a lot of good people since you moved there. Yes, although my reasons for moving there were self-indulgent, a lot of good came from that decision, including meeting the members of Forest Class 7. Oh yeah, weren't they the people who put a stop to the Great Twilight? Yup, and I was one of them. If you like, I can tell you more about my classmates someday. Lots to talk about with them. That sounds great, let's do that. But in order for them to have that opportunity, we have to put a stop to Almada's scheme. The last time I got to work with Lucio was a year and a half ago. She's pretty familiar with the members of my class, so there's lots for us to talk about. When we get the chance, I'll tell you all about them, too, Fairy. Van Judith probably noticed already, but I was able to choose my own path. A path that's straight from the one laid out for me by my trip predecessor. The two people who gave me that opportunity are similar to the two who helped me find their own calling. I only realized this after the fact. I'd love to talk about it more with her when we get a chance.
Let's see what we've got.
So we've got for SPG. Lost Lord Lucio. Lord Lucio and his friends have gone missing. I humbly request that you begin searching for them immediately. I will be waiting in the first floor lobby of the hotel in the Eastern District to explain the details. Secretary Ino. Oh, you must be the fixers. I've been awaiting your arrival. My name is Ino. I'm the executive assistant to the president of ETWS. You're the one who issued the request, yeah? Mind telling us more about it? Can you fill us in on who you're looking for? Certainly. We're trying to find the president's grandson Lucio and his friends. Wait, ain't that the name of that HIGHBLOOD brat? Oh, so you know him. You mentioned in your request that they went missing. When's the last time you heard from him? That's not the issue. Even if he had gone a month without contacting us, we wouldn't consider that a cause for concern. Lucio spends most of his time riding with his friends and causing trouble every which way, so he rarely ever comes home. So why put out a missing person request? We received a call from Lucio a few hours ago. There was a lot of interference, so we couldn't make out what he was saying. Then the call was abruptly cut off. I tried to call him back several times after the fact, but there was no response. That's definitely concerning. You sure he wasn't just screwing with you? That's entirely possible. Is it? However, just before the call ended, I swear I heard him say, "Save me." After discussing the matter with the president, we decided to request your assistance. If what you say is true, then we must act swiftly. Have you considered contacting the guild or the police about this? I discussed that possibility with the president. He determined that this was a matter that required discretion. If the media catches wind of this, it would turn into quite the scandal. Oh, so the president values the company's reputation over his own grandson's safety. Please don't hold this decision against him. He's in a position of responsibility, so he's stuck between a rock and a hard place here. What should we do, Mr. Arkride? Except, even though Lucio's kind of a dick. Sure, we'll take the job. Now every day you get a request from the family that runs ETWS. Hope you got a nice reward in store for us. Of course. So where should we start looking? What if they've already left Oracion? Then the Highbloods are as good as gone. Let's not go there just yet. We haven't even begun our investigation. I'd like to inspect the data on the phone that received Lucio's call. May I see it? I promise I won't look at anything unrelated. Understood. Let me go fetch it. Here you are. Cutthroat took the communication device from you? No. I need to return to my work, so I'll leave the rest of this to you. Good luck with your research. I hope you'll find Lucio safe and sound. You find anything out? Not yet. It'll take me a while to analyze this on my own. Would you like me to assist? Oh, that'd be great. Got it. The signal from the source transmission is weak, but fortunately for us, there aren't any devices interfering with the connection. Pinpointing their location was much easier than I thought it'd be. So where are they at? They're in the North District. We'll find them in the labyrinth entrance that's next to the exchange shop. That just so happens to be the entrance the society is using. What? Is the society involved in this? I guess it's not impossible, but I don't think they'd waste their time messing with some punk-ass kids. Regardless, I suggest we make haste. Right, let's head over there.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
Go to the labyrinth? Sure. There they are. That doesn't look good. We should probably keep our distance. Bombs! What in blue blazes? Hey there, how's it going? Rather poorly, as you can plainly see. Why don't you cease with the pointless questions and help us? Will do. We are being paid to get you out of this gem, after all. Then hurry the hell up and do something about this. Will you mind explaining the situation first? Are you blind, woman? We're being held against our will, just get us out of here already. Yeah, but if we're not careful, the bombs will blow up. But how can they? We've got these restraints, and if we force them off, they'll blow up. I recognize that machine. It looks just like the one we saw earlier today. And those look like Melchior's bombs. Alright, start talking. If you want us to save you, then you're gonna need to fill us in on all the details. Very well. Over the last 2 days, some people we've never seen before started coming in and out of these underground areas. And we weren't too hot on that. We wanted to know what they were up to, so we snuck in here. And that's when we came face to face with that scrawny-looking psycho. Had some weird-ass mint hair. He said something about wanting to drown us in our blood for trespassing, and then he attacked us. We tried to gang up on him, but he just knocked us all out with one swipe. When we came to, we were here. Well, I think the culprit is fairly obvious. Yeah, this case has Melchior written all over it. Hate to say it, but it kind of sounds like you brought this on yourselves. Yeah, this whole room reeks of dumbassery. Do you only come here to mock us? I demand that you get rid of these blasted bombs, even if you have to throw yourselves on them to do it. I'm sure my grandfather is paying you a fortune and a half to save me. And I'll even add a little extra to sweeten the deal. I can easily pay double what you low-life good-for-nothings will all make throughout your entire lives. A couple of bites for a lifetime of comfort. That sounds like a pretty good trade to me. You have some nerve. Is it wrong that I want to help him even less now? Nope, I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah, we're out. Good luck getting out of this one on your own. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, you said it yourself. We're just some low-life good-for-nothings. A bunch of dignified upper-class gentlemen shouldn't be taking help from the likes of us. Should have realized you had this under control, so we'll just see ourselves out. Peace. Hey! Don't go! Say something, damn it! We can't get out of this ourselves! Wait, please! Are you seriously leaving me here to die? I'm the grandson of the ETWS president! That's no way to ask someone for help, my guy. Try again. This is your last chance. Gah. I'm sorry. Please, save us. I don't want to die here. Good enough. Whew. Thank goodness. For a second, I thought you were actually gonna bail on us. So do you know for sure that those things are bombs? Yeah, that lunatic set one off right in front of us. Just thinking about that is giving me goosebumps all over again. Did he say anything about how to disarm them? I kinda doubt he'd tell them that. Actually, I wouldn't put it past him. He does love his theatrics after all. I could see him giving them a clue or two for us to decipher. Yes, that's exactly what he did. We can disarm the bombs with a password. So how do we figure that out? You have to solve an Oracion quiz. A what now? I said an Oracion quiz, don't make me repeat myself. That rat bastard made us memorize the questions. He said that the answers would help you find the password. He knew we would take this quest. That guy loves screwing with us, doesn't he? Why am I not surprised? A higher stakes version of the LeBlanc quest. So what are the questions? For your sake, I really hope you didn't forget them. Of course not. There were 4 in total, so each of us committed one to memory. Why do you have to do it that way? Couldn't you just remember them all? That is likely beyond our capabilities. We shouldn't expect so much of them. Shut the hell up. Thanks to all your rambling, I went and forgot it. What the hell, Damien? If you forgot your question, we're all doomed. Wait a second, it's on the tip of my tongue. I remember now. The first question was, what is the height of the tallest cathedral in the city? Sorry, you scared me for half to death. The second question was, how many films are currently screening at the movie theater? The third question was, how many years has it been since the Opera House was renovated? And the last question was, what's the number on Oracion's one only red train? A tram. Oh, and he also mentioned the question order doesn't matter. Got it, I've memorized them all. I sincerely doubt we'll be able to guess the answers, but we should be able to figure them out without too much trouble. Yeah, those questions don't sound too tough. You guys happen to know any of the answers? Surely they teach some of this in school around here. Do you seriously expect us to remember such trivial numbers? The only numbers that matter are the ones on our speedometers. Should have known these dumbasses would know nothing. We'll just have to go and find them ourselves, then. Just sit tight until we come back, and don't move a muscle unless you want to be blown to Kingdom Come. You will come back, right? What kind of heartless monsters do you take us for? That said, there's a sliver of a chance we'll forget about you guys. If that happens, then, my bad. Please don't forget us! Shall we search the movie theater first? It's close by. The order doesn't really matter, but yeah, might as well. We'll have to head to the other 2 districts for the Cathedral and Opera House questions. We'll save the red tram for last. It's rare as hell, so we may have a wild goose chase in our near future. Now you mention it, I don't think I've ever seen it. Me neither. We'll worry about it later. Let's go to the other 3 spots first. Okay, so we need to find the total number of films they're showing here. Let's ask the receptionist. Ready to go in? I think it might be best for me to wait out here. Alright, you might be recognized in there. Now, I think she'd be fine. She ain't wearing anything too sexy, so I doubt anyone would connect the dots. Excuse me? Do you seriously think sexy outfits are tied to my identity? Guess, Zoe. Oh, I'm sorry, I mistook you for someone else. Zoe always dresses in much more revealing outfits. Oh, it's fine. Aha! Do you like movies, ma'am? Yes, I do, young lady. I've seen every film that's in that the theater right now. Well, that's convenient. Can you tell us about how many films are presently being screened here? Of course, they're showing 8 films right now. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend Climber's Story, by the way. It's a documentary about mountain climbing. It made me want to try my hand at it. We'll consider watching that. Thank you very much. If you decide to try mountain climbing, please do be careful. Thank you for your concern, dearie. Now then, I hope you all enjoy the films here. So there's 8 in total. That's more than I had anticipated. I heard they screened them on rotation. Anyway, we have our answer now. She saved us a trip to the receptionist's desk. Though she caused one of us a fair amount of distress, it seems. Okay, I don't just take on sexy roles. Let's leave her be for the time being. So late, but maybe we'll catch on our film. I've learned to appreciate each and every movie I see. They're all unique in their own little ways. I still don't really know any of the actors' names or who's popular, but I understand why so many young people are joining them. Pardon us, sir. Are you employed by the Opera House? I am. Can I help you? We had a question for you if you don't mind. Do you know when the Opera House was renovated? We know it happened sometime in the Middle Ages, but we don't know when exactly. Oh, that's an easy one. It was renovated on 16 years after the Calvardian Revolution. So that would be 1116. Whoa, that's like a long time ago. 92 years to be exact. I'm sure we will host a big event 8 years from now. That is, assuming the Opera House lives to see that day, haha. The burgeoning film industry is taking the world by storm. And all the while, opera will be left gasping for air in its wake. Do you really think that will happen? Well, I for one don't. It's true that movies are getting more popular by the day, especially with our generation. Both, however, are totally distinct forms of art. Opera is able to capture the magic of live performances, and it's been refined over decades of iteration and practice. The film industry still has a lot of catching up to do if it ever hopes to be on par with it. You're absolutely right, I shouldn't let my anxieties get the best of me. To think that my faith in opera wavered for even a moment, it's thanks to you that I can lay all my doubts to rest. Think nothing of it, sir, and thank you for answering our question. Okay, so 92 years is the answer. But wow, Jeff, who would have thought you could be so nice? And why exactly is that a surprise? I'm a fan of opera myself. I spent a lot of time studying it to strengthen my own acting ability. I have a stage actress friend and thank for inspiring me to do that. Yet even after all that hard work, I didn't have much to show for it. Turns out opera's tough. I had to grit my teeth when I came to that realization. Judith, once our work here is done, we should come see an opera performance all together. Yeah, I'd like that. Okay, so we need to figure out the height of this place. It's gotta be in the triple digits for sure. That's really exact. That wouldn't surprise me. Apparently this is the largest church in all of Calvard. This place is just as magnificent as the Empire's Heimdall Cathedral. So should we go in and ask one of the sisters about the height? I don't think that will be necessary. Can you get us the measurements, Theo? Of course, Katra. Then we'll leave it to you. Understood. Measurement scan complete. Nicely done. So what is it? 184.34 arg. The sensors were set to round to the hundredths place. I can also retrieve a more exact measurement. Shall I change my settings and repeat the scan? No, that's okay. We don't need that large of a number. Theo sure is useful. Indeed, orbital drone technology has come a long way. Way to go. Theo is smart. Yep, the smartest. They're basically one in the team now, aren't they? Okay, that's 3 locations down. Now all that's left is the red tram. At this time of day, it's gonna be at the stop in the North District. Wait, you've got the tram schedule memorized? What a nerd. Hey, I ain't a nerd. I just spent a lot of time looking for a thing as a kid, so schedule is burned to my memory. Anyway, let's get on over there. Aha, here's the red tram. Just like Van said, the color really makes it stick out. Let's get the number before it starts moving. Looks like it's 3451. That matches the number Theo recorded.
The tram is departing.
Whew, just in the nick of time. If we had missed it, what would happen? Would we just chase it all around the city? Finding that tram was a real hassle. Surprised that it was, given that it's the only tram in the Oracion with a red stop. That red top sticks out like a sore thumb. I wonder why it's the only one with that color. There's a story behind that, actually. Decades ago, the painters who were working on that tram got mixed up about which color to use. It was scheduled to get a repaint job a few days later, but while it was in operation, a string of miracles was being spun. On that very tram, separated families reunited, and twirling lovers kissed and made up. People were being famous celebrities on it too. Soon enough, all the citizens were calling it the Lucky Red Tram. That's a cute nickname. Yeah, and it really caught on. It was so popular, the tram company decided to leave the paint job as is. Since then, they've always made sure to have one red roof tram in operation. What a lovely story. It was marketing gold that fell right into the tram company's laps, helped them get a shit ton of butts and seats. And it's ruined now. Okay, we've got all 4 answers. Let's return to our clients quickly then. Good idea. I'd rather not find a pile of splattered remains when we get back. Aaron, not appropriate. Go, yes. You're finally back. What a relief. I really thought you left us for dead. I never stopped believing. Sorry for taking so long. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Did you figure out the answers? Yes, we have all 4. Where do we put in the password? Probably in that device over there. I'll handle that. Wait a sec. We know the bombs will go off if we forcibly disarm them, but are there other triggers conditions? Yeah, they're set to explode at midnight or if you input the wrong password. I'll handle this, son. No, it's too dangerous. There has to be some other way to do this. Theo will input the password. But then you'll be in danger. Fear not, I will be fine. Probably rebuilt. Right, we just have to get the password right the first time. Sorry about this, Theo. We're counting on you. Roger, Theo is gonna be handling the SP question, huh? The device requires a 4-digit password. 4 digits? The hell? I thought we were just need to plug in all the numbers we got. Seems it won't be that simple. Hey, you guys, you remember if the Mindy Maniac said anything else? An algorithm? I'm not sure, I feel like he might have. Can't say I remember. Do I have to add them, subtract, multiply? Wait, hold on, didn't he say something about the numbers needing to be in the same place? Oh yeah, that totally slipped my mind. Is that supposed to be some kind of hint? Maybe it has something to do with the arrangement of the numbers. Perhaps the solution will come to us when we review the answers. The Grand Cathedral is 184 arch tall. There are 8 films being shown at the theater. It has been 92 years since the Opera House was renovated. And the red tramp's number is 3451. I think the password is... Oh, so you're guessing it after all. 3198. 3198. How'd you get that? I'm working under the assumption that the password pulls one number from each of the 4 answers. The trick key part is figuring out which numbers to pick up and what order they go in. But what did he mean by the numbers needing to be in the same place? Does he mean the password is the first digit of each answer? Don't think so. We have no idea what order to put them in. Right, if he said the question order mattered, that'd be a different story. I think he wants us to take a number from the quiz answers and put them in the same digit space. If the password borrows a single number from each answer, then this is the only combination that works. Oh, I see now. Take the 3 from 3451, the 1 from 184, the 9 from 92, and the 8. And you've got 3198. Oh, that makes sense. It's the only logical answer in this scenario. Alright, Theo, input the password. Understood, inputting 3198. Let's pull out our shards, you guys, just in case. What the hell? What about us? Unfortunately, if we get too close, the bombs may detonate automatically. No way. Input complete. Ding ding ding, correctamundo. I know that voice from anywhere. Melchior. This is a recorded message from your friendly neighborhood Melchior. Don't bother responding to anything I say because, well, there'd be no point. Anywho, well done. You answered the password correctly, so our resident idiots will live to trespass another day. Whoever you may be, whether you're the guild, fixers, or another party, I want to offer you my sincerest congratulations. Wait, you didn't actually know who would pick up the quest? You narrowly escaped the most gruesome death at my hands. Give yourselves a round of applause. So help me gods, I will choke the living hell out of that annoying little prick. Oh, and by the way, I wouldn't have actually killed you if you got the password wrong. After all, the bombs are all fakes. Fooled you. Ha ha ha. What the? That piece of shit. I'm gonna kill that bastard. Hopefully this experience has taught you a valuable lesson. Never trespass on other people's gardens. Oh, but if you're feeling a little daring, then by all means, just know that next time I won't show you any mercy. Eek! See you later. I'm so done with this. I'm never coming back to this place. I can't believe the bombs were fakes this whole time. I should have known that no one was crazy enough to murder us with bombs, especially over such a minor offense. Do you learn nothing from this? Sorry, let's just get you back to the surface. There are still monsters roaming around. After returning to the surface, Damien, Tebo, and Roger took their leave. Everyone else made their way over to the hotel. Lucio, thank goodness you're alright. I heard all about what happened. It sounds like you were in a lot of danger. Yeah, well, we got her out safely, and I guess I've got all of you to thank for that. Where's grandfather? He's tied up with work at the moment, so he wasn't able to be present. Are you kidding me? This kind of reminding me of that little girl from Edith. Since her father neglected her a lot because of business. For all he knew, his grandson's life was at risk. He should have made time to come here and see that he was okay. He's probably delivering a toast at some dinner party as we speak. The man values his company and his mirror above all other things, including his own family. I'm sure the reason he didn't contact the bracers or the cops was to protect his company's reputation. He doesn't give a damn about what happens to me. Oh, I get your deal now. You turned into a high-bloods punk just to get back at your grandpa. I see this kind of thing happen all the time. Shut up, I may be grateful to you guys for saving us, but that doesn't mean I want you sticking your noses into my business. Well, at least you got one person who was worried about you. And that's your secretary friend right there. He might not show it on his face, but I could tell he was a bundle of nerves. Really? That's ridiculous. He isn't fooling anyone. Heh, no, he is not. Anyhow, you have completed my request. Excellent work, everyone. I will wire the money to you momentarily. Now then, Lucio, I have prepared a meal for you. Follow me. Right. Another successful job in the bag. Yeah. Is something the matter, Mr. Arkride? You're thinking about the bomb from earlier, yes? Uh-huh. There's something that doesn't add up about it. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who thought so. I just can't make heads or tails about why Melchior didn't use real explosives. Even if he was only pranking those kids, it's out of the character for him to use fakes. After all, he doesn't give a shit about human life. If he went out of his way to set those things up, there's no way he wasn't dead set on killing them. But he spared them anyway. Yeah, that's definitely weird. Do you have any idea why he would have changed his mind? Not really. I don't think there's much point in racking our brains about it. Our work here is done, so let's get a move on. Huh? What's he doing here? What's this staring? Something on my face? Humph, I didn't know they let punks run amok here. The quality of this establishment has plummeted in the recent years. Huh, what a jackass. Glad we avoided him. That's the second time we've run into Elaine's father today. Given his expression, I don't think he knows Elaine's back yet. Why would he be here at this hour? No, I can't dwell on this right now. Daltie, thank you for coming, Mr. Auclair. So what was this urgent matter you wanted to discuss? Is it regarding that third-rate activist? I'm afraid so. I never thought he'd be such a liability. How many times did I warn you to keep a tight lid on your connection to him? Erg, I know. Well, no matter. We'll deal with him later. Talking about Jacobin? There are other people I'm more concerned about right now. I knew it. Edmond and Claire.
All in a day's work.
Love to see it.
Reward deposited.
Okay, Law and Gray up.
Let's see what we've got.
Looks like we got a first PG. Revenge against A. My boyfriend was murdered by A, and they want revenge. I know that you guys are knowledgeable about the underworld. I need any info you have on them. I promise I won't cause you guys any trouble. I'm waiting just outside of the marketplace in the Northern District. Officer Kramer. This request is alarming. Yeah, we better look into it. You're Kramer, right? Arkride Solutions at your service. Actually, I'm her co-worker Katrina. Kramer couldn't be here due to personal reasons. I'll be issuing the request in her stead. Wait, is that allowed? It shouldn't be. She could be acting without the original client's consent. Always a skeptic. But I guess it's best not to be too trusting in this line of work. You got that right. I'm willing to hear you out, though. Why do you take her place? Allow me to get right to the point. I want to make a different request of you. Please save her. Save Kramer from herself. Oh boy, we haven't even started and I'm already getting a migraine. Alright, give me the deets. It all started a few days ago. Kramer's beloved, a bracer named Ewan, passed away. He was brutally murdered by someone we suspect is connected to or a part of A. Right, we heard about that from the guild. I feel so sorry for her. A bracer and a cop couple, well, there's something I don't hear every day. Those two organizations aren't exactly on the best of terms in most places. And that's very much the case here. It's why Kramer kept the relationship under wraps, at least for those of us at the station. I hear things were getting serious between the two. They were considering tying the knot, in fact. No wonder she's so determined to get our information on Almada. Yeah, since then, revenge has been the only thing on her mind. I've been trying to be there for her. I wanted to help her get through this. But I found out she put up a request on the bulletin board. Yeah, but she ain't here for some reason. Right, and I know what that reason is. She started tailing someone on her own. Oh dear. I started doing that a few minutes ago. Earlier I had gone by the station to check on her. She was supposed to be on duty, but I didn't see her there. I asked another officer if they knew where she was, and they told me she suddenly took time off. After that, I started frantically searching for her around the city. I finally found her in a back alley. She was staring at the entrance of an exchange shop. Just as I was thinking about calling out to her, she left her hiding spot and began following someone from a distance. I'm surprised to hear she didn't call it in. You and me both. That's what we're supposed to do when we spot someone acting suspicious. I just don't understand why she'd go off on her own. There has to be a reason behind her behavior. I'm guessing she's seeking revenge against Almada, and she must want to settle the matter personally. That's probably it. The person she's pursuing may be connected to A. That doesn't really narrow things down. There's a lot of guys in the underworld with ties to them. I'm worried about the officer. She's in a lot of danger. So back to your request. You said you wanted us to save her. Yes, that's right. I don't know what her plan is, but knowing her, it'll be a reckless one. I doubt I can stop her, but I trust that you can. Well, what do you think, Van? Except Gray and Chaos. Ironic that a law woman's quest is giving us everything except law. Alright, we'll take the job. Truthfully, I only came here to warn her about sticking her nose where it doesn't belong. We'll find her and bring her here, even if we gotta drag her back by the ears to do it. Of course, thank you so much. Let's go to the exchange shop and do some snooping around. Daltie's there now, but if we're lucky, we might pick up a trail. Understood. Good luck, you all.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
Hey, we're Arkride Solutions. We wanted to ask you something. Alright, shoot. Do you happen to see a female officer here a little while ago? Someone asked us to find her. Yeah, I did. About 30 minutes ago, in fact. Sounds like we hit the jackpot. Did anyone stop by just before her? Yes, actually, there was a man wearing a suit. He picked up a full set of quartz. Well, that's not too out of the ordinary. Was he like a businessman or something? I'm not really sure. If I'm being honest, he struck me as one of those shady types. Now that I think about it, I've been getting all kinds of suspicious-looking customers lately. I wonder if he would put us in that category. Based on his description, I think we can discount the possibility of an Almada leader being the perpetrator. Okay, so we know for sure the officer has been following a man in a suit. Now we need to figure out where they went. I think I can help you there as well. The man said he was gonna hit up the weapons shop in Quincy department store. That officer was pursuing him just like you guys. So I told her where he was headed. Great, now that we know where they're headed, we can find her in a jiff. Yeah, let's get moving, guys. We got no time to waste. Hey, we're from Arkride Solutions. Mind if we ask you something? Did you happen to see a man in a suit and a female police officer recently? Yeah, I did, about 20 minutes ago. The two of them had basically just missed each other. Did the guy in the suit say where he was going? Yep, he said he had business at Phil Liebert workshop. The officer asked where he was headed shortly after. She must have been trying to follow him. You think he might be some kind of criminal? What's going on? That's what we're trying to find out, but please don't worry, we'll take care of it. Our next stop is Phil Liebert workshop, yes? Yeah, I think that's in the South District. It's interesting that he mentioned where he was going again. Starting to think it's a deliberate move on his part. You think? This is the second time he's told the shopkeeper where he was headed. It could have just come in the middle of their conversation, but the fact that that happened twice is weird. True enough, I guess. Trying to lure out the officer? But why would he leak that info when he knows someone might be following him? Wait! I believe you just answered your own question. He likely knows he was being followed, and now he's luring the officer into a trap. Considering the cunning nature of his plan, we can surmise that we're dealing with someone from the underworld. But that means she's in danger. It's a little early to be jumping to conclusions. We don't know that for sure. That said, we should probably hurry on over to the Phil Liebert workshop. Agreed. Hey there, we're Arkride Solutions. Got a quick question for you. We're looking for a man in a suit and a female police officer. Do you see anyone like that recently? Yes, I did. They were here about 10 minutes ago. The officer appeared to be tailing the man. The tension in the air was quite palpable. Did the gentleman happen to mention where he was headed next by any chance? Funny you say that. The officer asked me the same thing. After the man finished his shopping, he left without a word. What, for real? It may be that he decided to finally put an end to this affair. Yeah, we gotta hurry. What are you all talking about? Oh, it's nothing you need to worry about. Thanks for the help. So he isn't drawing this out any further. It sounds like this will all come to a head soon. Yeah, he's done playing the games. I'm afraid she's gonna be drawn like a moth to the flame. He's probably bringing her to a place that's out of sight. Wouldn't that be difficult, though? The whole city's crawling with goons and buffoons. Even the back streets ought to be crowded right about now. This is a little tough. This is toughy. Where do you think he tried to lure her? Let's say that, for instance, our guy's a player in the game. He could take him someplace out of the public eye and away from all the major players without breaking the rules. I can think of one place that fit all of the criteria. Oracion parking lot. The parking lot near the city entrance. That's gotta be where he's headed. Oh, I hadn't even considered that. Are you certain, Mr. Arkride? If he is a player as what you suspect, I sincerely doubt he'd want to go near the entrance, given that one rule. I know, but it's the best idea we've got. Some of the players ain't right in the head anyway. Also, for all we know, he could be connected to Almada like the officer believes. Anyhow, there's no time to dawdle. If they started a fight, she might need some backup. Then let's hurry. The police officer and the man in the suit should be here. We need to be prepared for a fight. Should we head in now? Yeah. Okay, we're going in. Get out your weapons, guys. Right. A few minutes prior, near the fountain in the South District. First an exchange shop, then the department store. He's making it look like he's just doing some shopping, but he can't fool me. Where's he going now? The highway, maybe. No, he must have a car in the parking lot. He's clearly not one of A's leaders, but I can still get some information out of him. Just wait a little longer, Ewan. I will get revenge for you. Disguise yourself as an officer, lady, eh? Surprised you went to all that trouble. Drop the gun and put your hands where I can see them, unless you want a bullet in your brain. That's my line. You got a death wish, you woman? Does Almada only hire the crazies? Well, lunatic or not, your plan's as predictable as they come. You're trying to pick us off one by one since we ain't protected by the rules no more. Pity you didn't bring any backup. Bad move, sweet cheeks. So this was a trap. I have no clue why you Phi was in disguise or what you meant by rules, but one thing's crystal clear. You're members of the Almada Mafia. I know your executives are hiding here in Oracion. I have no business with grunts like you. I want to speak with the man in the armor and the girl who controls the doll. If you want to live to see tomorrow, you will bring me to them at once. Seems we got a little misunderstanding here. And here I was, getting all stressed thinking that Almada was coming after the losers. You caused me so much grief for no damn reason. What? So I can't be barred to explain all this. I'd rather just off you and go about my evening in peace. Tell ETWS the Dollar family sends her regards. The hell? Whew, barely made it. Sorry to drop in on ya. Except we're totally not sorry. We're not here to pick a fight, so why don't we all just walk away and pretend this never happened? That's not gonna fly, pal. We're gonna send ya straight to Gehenna. Officer Kramer, please get behind us. How do you know my name? Are you? Save the chit-chat for later. We've got to deal with these idiots first. Commencing suppression of enemy forces.
Someone needs to relax.
Now or never!
Oh, man.
I'll wipe the floor with them!
Make it count!
Zytha, activate!
I won't lose! I'll take care of them!
Barriers.
Transmitting code. Activate! Fan! Got a whole slew of them!
Give you an ideal force.
Activating drive!
Take one shot!
Eat this!
Your turn, Judith!
Activating skill. Here goes. A chance for a shot boost.
Crystal Eden might take a while to cast.
Give up!
Huh?
There!
Placing shield. There!
On yes!
Nuke 'em!
What the?
Activating skill.
Who are you?
That didn't get me much. Damn, you guys are good. What's your aim here? Nothing. Like I said, we weren't here to pick a fight with you. We were just helping out our runaway client. So you really are the famous Arkride Solutions son. That's correct, Officer Katarina requested that we follow you. Ugh, didn't think we'd get into any fights with players in the city. That's your own damn fault. Anyway, we'll be leaving with her. Now wait just a moment, I'm not finished with them. These guys are clearly Mafia scum, and the only Mafia gang that'd be in the city is Almada. I won't let them escape, not until I get revenge for Ewan. Hate to tell you this, lady, but I don't think you understand what's going on here. Almost every cockroach from Calvard's criminal underbelly is crawling around here. We even got mafias from the western regions of the Republic, for example. Just calm down and think about it for a sec. You had to realize something was up, right? Well, now you mention it, I did find it strange that HQ told us to leave them to their devices. I'm guessing something sinister is unfolding behind the scenes, and for whatever reason, we can't interfere. That's more or less the situation, yes. Oh, there you are, Officer Kramer. We've been looking all over for you. Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the Dollar family. Oh, hey, didn't expect to see you guys here. Same to you. I'd like to ask what's going on, but first we need to arrest these guys. You won't be causing trouble here any longer. We'll be placing you under arrest for the time being. You can enjoy some quality time with the other detainees we picked up here. Damn you, Bracer scum! Everyone help secure the Dollar family. Okay, thanks for taking those guys off our hands. And thank you for making it so easy to round them up. Alright, we got a client to report to, so we'll be on our way. One moment, Spriggan. You know where Ahmad is hiding, don't you? Won't you tell me? I can't, sorry, that's what I was planning on telling you before you ran off. But why? Why? Was the amount offered too low? I'll pay double if that's what it takes. Calm yourself, officer. Ahmad isn't an enemy you can face on your own. If you throw yourself into the fires of revenge, you'll only get burned by its flames. Don't throw away your life. Your loved ones, including those who have gone to ETWS, would not want you to lose your way. You think I don't know that already? Of course I do. But that doesn't matter. The man I loved was taken from me, so do you expect me to sit around and do nothing? Officer Kramer. Please calm down, Kramer. While we did come here in part to apprehend the Dollar family, we also had something to tell you. And that is... Kirchheim asks us to tell you. Ewan's final words. What? So Kirchheim finally woke up. Please tell me, what did Ewan say? He said he was so glad he met you, and that he was satisfied with the life that he led as a bracer and a protector of the sea. Kirchheim also had this to say. He fought till his last breath, for this city and for his injured friend. He has my respect. Ewan was one of the finest bracers I have ever known. That's not fair. Putting on airs, acting like some cool hero, saying he was satisfied. We had a date to the movies planned. We were going to get married. So why? Why you leave me behind? Ah! There's no way those of us left behind can ever accept it. As Officer Kramer's cries echoed throughout the streets, Van's group paid respects to the fallen bracer. That was quite a shameful display, wasn't it? I think I just needed to let it all out. I'm okay now. Alright, but remember, we're always here if you need a shoulder to cry on. Yeah, no need to hold it all in. It's always okay to cry when you need to. I think I'll be fine, but I appreciate the offer. And thank you both for passing on that message. Of course, I just wish we could have done more. You should thank Kirchheim as well. No, I think it's high time we send those goons up the river. You all have a safe trip. In the meantime, I'm gonna go report to our client. Van got in touch with Officer Katarina. After a brief discussion, they agreed to meet in front of the police station that Officer Kramer was assigned to. I can't believe she was in that much danger. Guess reaching out to you guys was the right call. Yeah, I was way in over my head. Sorry for worrying you. And I'm sorry I caused you all so much trouble. The request ended up being different from what I originally intended, but I'll gladly pay up. Cool, we'll take it. So what are you planning to do about the original request? Unfortunately, we can't really help you with it. Will you give it up? I really don't want to. But I understand now that I have to let this go. Kramer. Ewan played the part of the cool, calm, and collected bracer until the very end. I want to take after him. Also, I don't want him to worry about me while he's up there with the goddess. That's good to hear. Or relief. The discord in your heart may never truly fade, and it may flicker as it did at night, but I believe you'll learn to achieve harmony with yourself. By the way, I know I shouldn't pry, but I know you're doing something in the underground, just like the Dollar family was. If there's something I can do, anything at all, let me know. I'll help however I can. Gotcha, we'll consider taking you up on your offer then. Just know that you aren't the only one who has beef with A. If we butt heads with them, I'll make sure to punch their lights out for you. Heh, it means a lot to hear you say that. Again, thank you so much for saving Kramer. If you're ever in trouble, just give us a call and we'll rush on over. Cool, thanks for the offering.
That's one job behind us.
Love to see it.
Reward deposited.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.